Can Pixar pull a Matthew McConaughey? That's what animation fans, heck even movie fans in general, are wondering, as the animation studio looks to stage a comeback after sitting out 2014. Inside Out is shaping up to be a strong opening salvo, getting very strong reviews out of the Cannes Film Festival, and even the stamp of approval of a child psychiatrist or two. But what's Pixar's long-term game plan? Today we're going to look at what's next for the former animation juggernaut beyond Inside Out, as it looks to regain its former glory in the face of much stronger competition, especially from step-sibling Disney Animation. Now, the reason Pixar sat out 2014 was because the film they originally intended to release last year, The Good Dinosaur, ended up needing a major overhaul. And major is an understatement. Not only were director Bob Peterson and producer John Walker replaced by Peter Sohn and Denise Ream, but the Pixar brain trust of John Lasseter, Lee Unrich, and Mark Andrews all did emergency surgery on the film. Then, just this month, it was announced that the entire original voice cast for the film has been replaced, with the exception of Frances McDormand. Gone are John Lithgow, Bill Hader, Neil Patrick Harris, and Judy Greer, replaced by Jeffrey Wright, Steve Zahn, Sam Elliott, and Anna Paquin. Even the child actors voicing young dinosaur Arlo and young human Spot were switched out. But the former voice cast is surely better off than the animators who were laid off when Pixar Canada was closed, which is said to be a direct result of delays on The Good Dinosaur, as well as Pixar's desire to refocus their creative efforts by having everyone under one roof in their headquarters in Emeryville, California. So yeah, The Good Dinosaur is going to be a PR nightmare for Pixar, assuming they've been able to fix it creatively. Which is possible, though, is don't forget that Frozen was being overhauled right up until the last minute. And while they didn't replace their voice cast, Disney Animation did have them re-record their reworked roles. But Inside Out and The Good Dinosaur are an important 1-2 punch for Pixar, as they're original ideas, which used to be the animation studio's calling card. Lately, though, they've come to depend on sequels, and sure enough, they've got 4 planned. 2016 will see the release of the much-anticipated Finding Dory, the sequel to Finding Nemo, which is Pixar's second most successful film of all time, and one of Pixar's many films to win the Best Animated Feature Oscar. Nemo and Friends have also taken over the Living Seas Pavilion at Epcot since the first film's release, and Ellen DeGeneres, who will reprise her role as Dory, is far more famous these days. In fact, DeGeneres started her now hugely popular daytime talk show the same year that Finding Nemo was released. Albert Brooks will also return to voice Marlin, while Diane Keaton and Eugene Levy join the cast as Dory's parents. Finding Dory will be all about Dory rediscovering her own family and explore the waters off of California. This sequel will also mark Andrew Stanton's return to the characters, Pixar, and animation in general after his failed transition to live-action filmmaking with John Carter. But while audiences can all agree that Finding Dory will likely be an exception to their sequel fatigue, Pixar will release a very controversial film in 2017, Toy Story 4. Yes, Pixar just can't or won't let Toy Story go gentle into that darkened theater, something that could turn into a real point of contention between the studio and its fans. Many feel that Toy Story 3 was a perfect ending to the story of Woody, Buzz, and Andy, and John Lasseter would actually agree with you. But Toy Story 3 did make over $1 billion at the box office. The shorts are doing very well on both the big and small screen, plus the brand has become an integral part of the Disney theme parks the world over. Thus, Toy Story 4 has been officially greenlit, although Lasseter says it will not be a continuation of the third film, but rather a love story. Tom Hanks and Tim Allen have both signed on for another Toy Story movie, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see who falls in love. Pixar is then reserving 2 more release dates, November 2017 and June 2018, which could land any of the following: The Incredibles 2, which is finally moving forward under Brad Bird's stewardship, as well as, yes, I'm afraid so, Cars 3. Hey, Cars Land has reinvigorated Disney's California Adventure theme park, while the plain spin-off movies have also been lucrative, not to mention all that merchandising. Yes, as Pixar enjoys more and more success, they find themselves having to walk that fine line of meeting both creative and corporate demands. There's also that Dia de los Muertos film, which is apparently not dead after all, granted a second life it would seem after The Book of Life failed to reach box office heaven. So what do you think of Pixar's upcoming slate? Do you like this mix of original ideas and sequels? And hey, times change, right? So today, what do you think should make Pixar stand out from the competition? Write your thoughts down below. I'm Grace Randolph, and this has been a Movie Bite. You can watch more right now.